Salakia, well, you gotta read that scripture. You can't read that how it was. Salakia, okay, real quick, let me chime in. This is the history that us brothers, I was guilty of it once, threw out the window just to say America. And no, America's nowhere in there. But America will be destroyed along with every other country. Oh, America will be destroyed. America will be destroyed along with every other country. Oh, they're in there. But America will be destroyed along with every other country. Oh, we're guilty of it once, threw out the window just. Salakia. Okay, real quick, let me chime in. This is the history that us brothers, I was guilty of it once, threw out the window just to say America. And no, America's nowhere in there. But America will be destroyed along with every other country. Oh, America will be destroyed along with every other country. Oh, America will be destroyed along with every other country.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh.
Lament for Babylon. Giving all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai B'Shem Rakakwadash. And this is the individual just made the statement, America, you heard it. These guys from ITR. The individual brother said America, well, Egypt and Deuteronomy 28:68 is not talking about America. I don't know what the hell is it talking about if it's not talking about America. He said it's not talking about America, and America will be destroyed with all the rest of the other countries. So I would take it that he means that when America is destroyed, he agrees that America will be destroyed, but every country, all the other countries on the planet will be destroyed too. So how can he explain this? Revelation 18 verse 9. And the kings of the earth, kings meaning leaders of the earth, who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her. In other words, you benefited from America, whether it be from trade or buying weapons. You know, when these different countries purchase weapons from the U.S., that's for committing fornication with Babylon the Great. If you have a seat in the UN, that's committing fornication with Babylon the Great. If you are able to import your product to America, that means that you have committed fornication with Babylon the Great. Revelation 18 verse 9. And the kings of the earth, and by the way, for you dummies out there, what you talking about kings? I don't see no king. Ain't too many. There's only the queen. The word king, matter of fact, let me go to this. I have to go to romper room mode with these niggas. Got to go to Sesame Street mode. This is how you get Jake to get it. You gotta go. You gotta condescend to these niggas. You gotta go to Sesame Street mode, and you gotta go to the purple dinosaur mode, romper room mode. You can't go to the reading rainbow mode. That's over their head. That's too fast. You gotta slow it down. Slow it down, man. Okay, Revelation 18 verse 9. Let's deal with the word king. Ain't no more kings, I don't see nobody wearing no crown, sitting on no throne. Okay, kings.
Strong's G 935. Basilus.
Basilus. leader of the people, prince, commander, lord of the land, king. So is remember we're on romper room mode. We're on Sesame Street mode. Is Biden, would he be considered a king even though he doesn't have a crown on his head? And he's not wearing a purple or red and gold mantle sitting on the throne? Is he still a king? Yeah, he's a leader. Are governors kings? Yeah, they're kings of their states. So the word king here means leader, whether they president, prime minister, whatever. And the kings of the earth who, 9th verse again, have committed fornication, and I explain what fornication is, and lived deliciously, they lived good, they became rich. With her, America, these people ain't making no, look, these people ain't making no deals with the Roman Catholic Church. These Arab nations, these African nations, these people are not making deals with the Roman Catholic institution, man. Shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. And why is that? We'll read down. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment. Her torment is those missiles pelting Babylon the Great, and that great smoke is going to be breaking news throughout the whole planet. So this guy said America's going to be destroyed in all the other countries. So who are these people? Are they going to be on the planet Zingo? They're going to be on other countries, man. Ten verse again, Revelation 18 verse 10. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city, not the Vatican City, not the Roman Catholic Church, not the RCC, that mighty city. Vatican City is only 2 miles square. For in 1 hour is thy judgment come. What's going to take her out in 1 hour? Missiles. And the merchants, let's look up the word merchants. Remember, we're still in the purple dinosaur mode. We're still in Bonnie, the purple dinosaur mode. We're still in romper room mode. And we're still in Sesame Street mode. You got to go to these modes. And what was the word? Merchandise. Merchandise. Merchandise.
Strong's G 1117. Gamas. Gamas.
Ooh! 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 It says a lading or freight of a ship. You see that big story out there in the West Coast? All those ships out there, right? A lading or freight of ship. Cargo, merchandise. What should come to your mind? Huh? Conveyed in a ship any merchandise. So that's talking about a product coming from one country in a ship, because they did this in the ancient world, man. It says Gomas from G 1073, a load as was that filling, i.e. specially a cargo, or by extension, where is burden merchandise. Let me try something. Let me try something here. Bear with me for a minute, please. Let me just put in the word cargo. Let me try cargo ships. Let me put that in. Let's see what happens. Give me a second here. Let me go to images. Boom, there we go. There we go. There we go. This whole crisis with the ships is hurting America. And it's hurting these countries because they're not getting any money. Cargo ship crisis. Ships are out in the Pacific and in Florida. They come to Florida, they come to New York. But they're mostly in the West Coast because that's, China is west of the West Coast, which is the East, because we're living on the globe. Boy, when you go into these words, wow. So let me come back. So merchandise, let me come back. I must be allowed to come back. Where am I? Okay, 11 verse. So now I paint a picture for you. Revelation 18 verse 11. And the merchants of the earth, I got my finger pointing to my brain. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her. They are weeping and mourning over her right now because they're not making no money. There ain't no deals, until the delivery is made, they're not going to get paid. But when America goes up in smoke, Babylon goes up in smoke, that merchandise ain't going to be no good because there's no America to deliver it to. It's starting to... Are you starting to see? 11 verse. And the merchants, a very important word, of the earth, the other nations, think of China, shall weep and mourn over her. For they're kind of not feeling too good because they ain't making no money. Everything is, stifled. For no man buyeth, mainly America and other nations, but mainly America, because this is a consumer nation. This is why they came up with the idea of a credit card. People get a credit card. Hey, the first credit card I got, I maxed it out. Oh, free money until you get the bills. And then I said, the second credit card, nope. It took me, the first credit card, it was, I think it was $1,000, $2,000, whatever it was. I went crazy. I said, damn, I got free money. But then that bill comes every month. Then I say, you know what? No more. I'll take care of that. I'll take a little time, take care of that. And any other credit card I get, I'm going to be fiscally responsible. I understand my fiduciary responsibilities to myself, to oneself. For no man buyeth their merchandise. There goes merchandise, merchants. I should look up the word merchandise. Let me look up the word merchandise. Merchant and then merchandise. That's what I looked up, merchandise. But let me look up merchant. Let me look up merchant. Emporus. I know what that means, to buy.
Strong's G 1713. Imperas. Imperas.
Buyer beware. Caveat emptor. Caveat meaning beware. Buyer. It's a one on a journey, whether be by sea or by land, especially for trade. A merchant as opposed to a retailer. When you go to a place like a BJ's or a Walmart or Costco's or whatever, or any of these big box stores, they're retailers. Actually, they claim to be wholesalers. They're not wholesalers. They're semi-wholesalers. Those are not the wholesale price, but they're closer to the wholesale price. Discounted retail. One on a journey, right, in a ship. Whether by sea or by land, especially mostly by sea, for trade, a merchant as opposed to a retailer or a petty tradesman, like a mom and pop store. Okay, so let's go back to Revelation 18, verse 11. And you have to know the whole Revelation 18 chapter in order to be delivered. Okay, I'm just putting that out there. Got to know that. Got to know that. Eat the whole roll. So let's go back.
Strong's G 1117. Gamas. Gamas.
Gamas. A lading, or like if you ever worked in a factory or a warehouse, you have what's called a book of lading. It's a record of the things that's coming in. If the truck comes in, the truck driver comes out with a paper, a bill of sale, a book of lading, and you sign off and you count. I did that. You know, you pull up the forklift. I had this big, tremendous forklift. I used to drive the hell out of that bad boy, and I drove it like it was a Maserati. You know, and I would count the skids. You would have skids. If you know about the retail or the wholesale industry, you know about skids. You know about what is that? SKU, the SKU number. Give me the SKU number on that. For the ones of you that worked in warehouses, all right? I drove a big, gigantic forklift before I drove a car. A lading or freight of a ship, of a ship, of a ship. Boom. There you go. Don't tell me this is not Babylon, the great whore. This is why they're going to mourn, because ships are going to be out there from afar seeing Babylon on fire. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. This is why let me click on this. Maersk, that's a gigantic shipping company. Maersk Line. It says here, why are there supply chain and shipping delays? It's not just port disruption. Oh, I can tell you why. I can tell you why. We're still in romper room level. We're still on the purple dinosaur level. We're still in the Sesame Street mode. A leading or freight of a ship, cargo, merchandise. Come on, let's come on back. Come on back. Come on back. Cargo. That's cargo. 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 This is how you talk to a Negro. What does this say? It says, cargo ships backed up at ports are causing massive delays in shipping. And there's a reason behind that. Never let a crisis go to waste. Never let a good crisis go to waste. They created the crisis. That's a crisis. That's a crisis. Let me see something. Give me a second here. Somebody can put in the comment section the word. I know what a crisis is, but if you Google it. Yeah, the question and the people of Babylon, they don't know what's going on. They just thinking everything gonna get better. That's what they say. Especially you Negroes. You Negroes don't know what the hell is going on. Because you're gonna get caught out there. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me click on this. It says Coast Guard cargo ship El Faro sank in hurricane. Well, that's a different story. I don't know when that happened. Just letting you know. See, this is why you're able to get your 75-inch flat screens and your various items when you go to BJ's and Costco's and Walmart and the big box stores, because it's being manufactured mainly in China. There you go again. Let me pull this up. A massive cargo ship blocking the Suez Canal is finally dislodged. Yeah, because we said that was by design. That's ever given, whatever the ship is called. And look at all that. Look at all that merchandise. Look at it. We said that was by design. And when this thing came up, with these cargo ships out in sea in the Pacific off of the coast of California, we said this is all by design. And your average American, they don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on, man. They're just clueless. So we got that. Now let's come back to Revelation 18, verse 11. So now we know what it means by merchants, right? I gave you a bunch of pictures. 11 verse again, Revelation 18:11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her. The her is not Vatican City, man. Ain't no ships coming in no goddamn Vatican City, brother. For no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. Yeah, no man in Babylon. The merchant of gold and silver and precious stones and TVs. And John probably saw that. He probably saw the flat screen TVs and fine linen clothes, purple and silk, and all dying wood and manna vessels of ivory and crock pots and microwaves and beds. Everything is most things are produced in China. That's why China is rich. That's why they produce more billionaires than any other country on the planet. There's a reason behind that. Because of trade, guns and butters, baby. So John most definitely saw the 75, 77-inch flat screens. He saw the cappuccino machines. He saw the clothes. You know, he saw all that, man. Let me jump down to the 14th verse. Oh, no. Let me come back up. 13th verse. Revelation 18 verse 13. And cinnamon and odors and these spices we get from other nations. Your common, and I read up on this. I read up on things. Your common household kitchen cinnamon is made in China. Now you have the organic. I deal with organic cinnamon, but you have two types of cinnamon. Cinnamon, by the way, is a Hebrew word. It's in the scriptures. The common cinnamon that you use to put on your cereal is from China. It's produced in China, right? So a lot of foods are produced in China as well. Most of your inventory in the Whole Foods, that's from China. That's from China. They ain't gonna tell you that. It says in frankincense and wine and oil. Wine is the best wine is from France. And oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots. Horses and chariots. Chariots meaning what? Your cars. A lot of your cars are produced. Oh, your auto parts. When you go to the dealer, I want a good part. I want to pay a little bit more money. I want to go to the dealership. Man, I went and got a part from a dealership. It was a GMC dealership. And I looked on the box and it said China, made in China. And then it said fabricated in Mexico. So pretty much everything come from China. And slaves and souls of men. You take that the yob, you a slave. Because you're going to take, hey, Captain Tazariak, you took that damn thing, you're going to take the chip. If you don't wake your ass up. That's why Sonetta went all the way over there to Dallas. He's obsessed with GMS. '14 verse. And the fruits, a lot of fruits come from different countries. South America, that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. Let me look up the word dainty. Then I'm going to get ready to close it.
Strong's G 3045. Leparas. Leparas.
You get the liposuction done, right? What does that do that takes fat out of your body? A real fat person, they get all skinny because they use the liposuction. Lipo means lipo is grease. Like a dainty would be fried food, deep fried food. Everybody loves fried food because it's cooked in lipos, in fat. In the movie Fight Club, there was a scene where this guy said he takes the fat, he goes to this laboratory and gets the fat from women that get the liposuction, and he makes it in this soap, and he sells it right back to the women. He's selling them their own fat. That's a good movie. I gotta watch that movie again. I got it on DVD. Anyway, you know what? It says, I'm jumping down. 15th verse. The merchants of these things, which were made rich by her, China became rich. More billionaires are produced in China than anywhere on the planet. Shall stand afar off in their countries, so the countries are not going to be destroyed, for the fear of her torment. Her tormentors and missiles, weeping and wailing. They're going to cry because they're not making no more money. They don't love America. They love America's money. And say, alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple, that they produce, and scarlet and decked in gold and precious stones and pearls and flat screen TVs. For in 1 hour from the missiles, so great riches is come to naught, nothing. And every shipmaster, boom, every shipmaster were mad. And every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors, merchant marines, and as many as trade by the sea stood afar off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning. It ain't talking about Vatican City, man. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.